Hello, my friends. Welcome back. My name is Jessica at I Read to Relax with Jessica Miller here on BookTube, and I am also known as I Read to Relax over on Instagram. I'm here today with another one of my rapid reviews. I wanted to share with you guys an audiobook that I listened to, and it was such a great mental palate cleanser, so to speak. And so what I listened to was Sorry Not Sorry by Naya Rivera, and this is the autobiography that she wrote. I believe it came out in 2016, and she's since passed away. I don't want to get into huge details, but she actually drowned saving her 4-year-old son. Very tragic. She was an amazingly talented person. I adored her on Glee, but I found out through reading this book so many other things that she had done and been involved with, and it compounded how much I admired her as a person. What I really loved about this book, though, was, celebrity biographies, you always got to take them with a grain of salt because they're going to tell you things, but they're also not going to tell you things because, let's be honest, we all like to give the best impression of ourselves possible to other people. But the way this book was structured, Naya Rivera discussed different stages of her life, and granted, she was young when this came out, so we're not talking your 50s, your 60s, we're talking your teenage years, then your 20s, then whatever. But she had been a married woman with a small child when she passed, so she had gotten to a mature stage in her life, and she'd lived the experience of starring on a worldwide phenomenon show, but it wasn't all about the Glee years. It starts with her very young childhood, and she was a working actress and model from a very young age. And all of the stuff that comes along with that, building a work ethic, then dealing with rejection when her body started to change, when she hit puberty and suddenly couldn't book jobs anymore, and then getting past that, but also dealing with having money from being famous at a young age and then getting access to it and trying not to blow it and then blowing it and then recouping from that. And in each section of the book, she's very blunt and honest about things that went on, the good and the bad. And then at the end of each section has a list of things that she's sorry about and a list of things that she's not sorry about. And I thought that was a really fun way to structure it. There were moments in the book where I was laughing, and then there were moments in the book where I was struggling really hard not to cry. And part of that was knowing that she's gone now. And the worst part was when she discussed Corey Monteith's death and the fact that the world was going to be without this talented person, and it was the irony of hearing her talking about somebody else the same way that we're talking about her now. So, as much as I now look like I'm going to cry and may make this sound like a more depressing book than it was, it really, really was something that I enjoyed. And if you like celebrity stories, but also ones that are not just, haha, I'm famous, but talking about growing up and really dealing with, family issues and not having money at different times and things like that. She gets into some very real stuff, and I thought it was just a really great short insight into another person. So that's my rapid review. Happy reading, everybody.